Alrighty, so I am out here in Triglav space and working on working on this one right here. Seeing what we can get with the mining out here. We'll see if it's got any value at all. I don't really know. Shally, take care. Yeah, and I can cloak as well if I need to. So this fit is not refined yet. There's more work to do on it, for sure. But we'll get it dialed in, and then I'll share it with everybody once it's dialed in. All right. Hopefully this is worth a lot. I don't know. We'll see. Right, so 464,000 for one revolution. Looks like it's a 60-second. How long is it? Yeah, 60 seconds. So it'd be 27.8 million an hour. It's not real high. At least with this, you know, it might be better off to mine with something else. Isn't that more than normal mining? Yeah, probably. Probably. We'll see how much I can fit in the hold here. So, you know, we found a Triglav wormhole, and so it led me to Pochven space. And I happen to have good standings with Edencom and neutral with Triglav, so they don't attack me. The thing about this task night is that it gets both Noxium and Megasite. So those are two items that are, you know, a little bit harder to get in high sec for sure. This raid would take me, what, 20 minutes to fill up? then that'd be worth 17, 18 million. Not a huge amount. So Rekavine is worth more. So Task Knight says worth 795 isk. Rekavine, which is out here, 1126. And then there's Spudamane, which is 699. And there's one more. Oh, Benznaki, which is worth 1736. But that's because it has Isogen in it too. The Isogen has a good value. I have so much Isogen, though. It's like, okay, well, I could mine that, and then I could sell off, you know, some of the Isogen or whatever. Oh, mining drones would increase my yield. Yeah. Probably. Wonder how much it would increase my yield by. If it would double it, putting 3 mining drones out there, if it would double it, that'd be great. 50% more? Maybe. Yeah, I just don't know. You know, there's a lot of things to consider with this ship. So in the Benznaki is really worth yeah, more than twice as much as this stuff. That I don't need the Isogen. I mean, I guess I'll always need Isogen, but I need this other stuff more. $3.7 million. All right, we'll go over there and we'll check it out. This is 4,700 cubic meters, 3.7. Purifier. On scan. Oh, 3.7 to 4.4. So yeah, it's definitely worth, like, the other one was like 400 and something per cycle, and so it's like 700 and something. The ship, by the way, is paid for itself already, and how much I've been able to mine in some wormhole space. So up to the next round on this, kind of have, I think, that's 4,700, so we need to go up to 9,400 cubic meters, and then they'll be equal. Okay. My mining, it's Benzanasi. I'm not 100% sure how to say it, how to pronounce it. It's a Triglav ore. Something. Never good. Magnate. Is it this station here? Or this one here? Probably at one of those stations. Trying to figure out what to do for ISK. Well, I'm mining right now. Not doing it. I mean, I guess it's all for ISK because I'll build stuff with it. But if you're doing level 3 missions, I mean, have you tried exploration? Exploration is one of the highest paying things for new players. And you can do abyssals. If you're doing level 3 missions, you can probably do level 2 or level 3 abyssals. I mean, with the right setup. Make money doing that too. After this next round cycle, we'll be able to kind of do a comparison. We'll have about equal amounts of these in volume of cubic meters, and we'll be able to kind of compare them on their values. All right, so 4.7, also 4.7. Okay, so worth 5.6 and worth 3.7. So it's not quite double. It's worth 50% more. The site I was looking at appears to be a little bit off on its value. Maybe that's the refined value, and the raw value just isn't the same kind of market for it. So that could be. We're worth 10 million. So you're doing mining quests, and you're a returning player, and you're using a Venture. So the Venture is the lowest performing ship. You can continue to use the Venture while you're doing, you know, mining jobs or whatever, but it definitely is the lowest paying. You're going to want to look at upgrading, because you'll find that other ships will actually do way more in volume over the amount of time. So this may look like a Venture. This is not. It's an Endurance. It's basically a Tech 2 mining ship. But yeah, I'd look at moving into a barge. I mean, if you're Alpha though, that's the only choice you have. If you're Omega though, you have all the choices. But if you're Alpha for mining, venture is it. And so if you're alpha and you're enjoying what you're doing, then stick with it. Yeah, and if you're enjoying what you're doing, then, you know, that's the whole point, right? That's why we play. Mm-hmm. Kestrel? You 100% hate it when people tell you how to play and what to use? Yeah, well, yeah, people tell me all the time too, and they ask me, why are you doing that? Well, sometimes my answer is, because I like it. And sometimes their suggestions are better, and sometimes it's not what I'm doing. You know, a lot of times, a lot of players min-max, and I don't tend to do that. I tend to, well, max my fun. That's probably my first priority. And then second priority is, as long as I'm making enough money doing what I'm doing to cover losses and stuff, then that's a win. And like, you know, going in here into the wormhole space, well, I ended up in Triglav space doing this and, you know, mining some of these ores here and seeing how well it's working out or not working out. You know, it's all good. Min-max, yeah, so minimum time, max profit, or max damage to clear in the minimum time, max tank, you know, min-max. It's like you could min-max your job. So how do I get the highest pay for the least amount of work? That'd be min-maxing as well. This is where it'd be really nice to have a orca out here boosting me, whatnot. And what's funny is that I, you know, in the last episode, I was talking about that, that I someday wanted to rescue an orca that's been in Triglav space for a couple of years, ever since Pochven became a thing. And wouldn't you believe it?
Dragons.
Lord _Warlock _Eve just followed.
Warlock, welcome. Wouldn't you believe it that the only wormhole that I found led straight to the system and allowed me to save the orca, to get it back out of here. Amazing. It's kind of like finding that J0 that we did last week. Except this one paid off quite handsomely right off the bat because I got over 2.5 billion worth of stuff out. That was a big win. I have other stuff in here too. Let's see, I've got some more ore. And I've got a bunch of skill books and sitting in one. Oh, a heron. Oh, a pith large booster worth 376 billion. Let me Turn off my camera here for a second, you guys can see it. This is sitting in here. It's 7 jumps in here. Let me sort of, okay. But there's a heron in there. And then that Pith extra large shield booster. Look at that, 376 million sitting in there. There's another ship. I have a lot of ships that got taken over. That are in here. Oh, there's some more. Look at that, 733 million worth of stuff in that. I don't know why I have that stuff. I actually think that I had buy orders up for those things, and then went to Triglav space before I was able to recover them, or before I noticed what was happening or something. You know, here's a bunch of ice, minerals. More. All right, and then we're out of there, so. Yeah, how to get in the predicament needing to be saved in the first place. It was just that when the Triglav invasion happened, they acquired several systems and turned it into Pochven, and so that's how I ended up with stuff here. I don't think I could make it 7 gates there and 7 gates back alive to get those modules that are worth so much. I buy stuff in a couple of different regions. You say your OCD wouldn't allow it. I buy stuff in a couple of different regions, and I leave the buy orders up, and I clear it out about once a year on anything that's got over 100 million in it. And I just kind of wait for it to have more than 100 million worth of stuff in it most of the time. Unless I happen to be at that station for some reason delivering something, or, you know, whatever, then I may pick it up. I will pick it up. Now, if it's, you know, a case of finding this wormhole and it goes into one of those other systems there, then I'll grab the stuff out. For this one, probably I'm going to fill up here, and then maybe see about grabbing the rest of the stuff that's in here. I don't know. Maybe. You could filament out, yeah. You just have to pre-plan. Well, it's 44,000 cubic meters worth. Ugh. We only hold 19,000 in here. I have to bring some sort of hauler in. I don't know if I have any cheap haulers that I could sacrifice for that. It's only 69 million worth of ore. So, you know, it's not like I'm going to bring in a super expensive ship in order to do that, to pull that stuff out. And gosh, even a DST 40, you know, 62,500, and that was 44,000 for that one. Two more cycles and we'll be full. Miasma will be quite good. Put up a sell order. Yeah, maybe I'll just fire sell it. You could.
Dragons have balls of steel.
Legacy 1186 just subscribed.
Legacy, thank you for the sub. 47 months as a sub. About 1,410 gold to everybody here. In your honor. Thank you, Legacy. Much appreciated. What's my fit? So this is a endurance, and it's a fit we're testing. It needs to be refined before I recommend it at all. I totally cannot recommend it at the moment. I mean, it's serving its purpose so far, but I think that there's a lot of room for improvement with it. Yeah, it's basically an ECCM fit to keep us from being, or keep me from being scanned down. All right, one last cycle here. So they can't resolve combat probes on me. So if they come into here, they have to just jump in at the point. Jump in point, I see them, I warp out. Instead of combat probes that can scan you down and can find, you know, and drop them at your location. Those are core scanner probes. I don't have to worry about them. That's somebody that's searching these cosmic signatures. And enemy recon through Twitch. Well, you know, that could happen. It's possible. It's happened before. Right, we are just about full.
Warp drive active.
I didn't see any gas in here or ice. So we got 20 million. Just gonna go drop off at the station here.
Warp drive active.
I'd call that a successful Pochven mining trip.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
We got about 20 million in about a half hour. So it's an okay amount. Nothing super crazy. But you can see I've mined and dropped stuff here before. There's some other stuff here. So, all right, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode.